Welcome back to another video. My name is Jake the Genealogist, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing a special little family tree that I just made recently, and that is the family tree of the famous composer Johann Sebastian Bach. So I wanted to go over his family tree all the way from his roots up here with Weyt Bach, all the way down to some of his descendants. So we're going to start up here with Weyt Bach as kind of the progenitor of the Bach family. He came, I believe, from Bratislava, which is in Slovakia, and he came to Germany to escape persecution, and he settled down in Germany. He was actually not the first musician in the family. First musician in the family was his son Johannes Bach, who took up the pipes, and he had a brother whose name was Philippus Bach. So Johannes had three children that were important, and those are Johannes Bach III, Heinrich Bach, and Christoph Bach. And these two lines are known as the Arnstadt line and the Erfurt line, named after the towns in which they settled in Germany. Okay, so through Johannes Bach, we get to his son, who was also a composer, Johann Aegidius Bach the first, and they're composers if they have this musical staff right here, right next to them. That's the indication that they're musicians. Okay, he had a son named Johann Bernhard Bach the first, who's also a musician. He had a son named Johann Ernst Bach II, and he had a son named Johann George Bach. And these all come from the one Erfurt line that I was talking about. Alright, and through the Arnstadt line, Heinrich Bach had two sons that are important, and those are Johann Christoph Bach and Johann Michael Bach, both of whom became very renowned composers. They were Johann Sebastian Bach's first cousins once removed. Now, through Johann Christoph Bach, we get to his son, Johann Nikolaus Bach, who was also a composer. And through Johann Michael Bach, we get to Maria Barbara Bach, who actually married Johann Sebastian Bach. That was his first wife, the one of which he had four important children with, and they were second cousins. So now we're going to get through Christoph Bach. Now, Christoph Bach married Maria Magdalena Grabler, and they had a total of four kids that are important. They had George Christoph Bach, Johann Christoph Bach, Johann Ambrosius Bach, who was Bach's father, and Dorothea Maria Bach. All his sons were composers. Alright, so we go through Johann Ambrosius Bach. He married Maria Elisabeth Lammerhurt, and he had four children. Actually, more than that, but four children that are mentioned on this tree. And those were Johann Sebastian Bach, Johann Christoph Bach, Maria Salome Bach, and Johann Jacob Bach. When his father died in 1695, when he was only 10 years old, and his mother just a year earlier before that, after that happened, he went to live with his eldest brother, Johann Christoph Bach. Now we're going to actually get down to Bach and his descendants. Now, Bach married two times, once to his second cousin, Maria Barbara Bach, who we mentioned, and a second time to Anna Magdalena Wilk, who actually is famous for keeping a lot of his music journals. And, yeah, so with Maria Barbara Bach, he had four children that survived to adulthood. He had a total of 20 children between the two wives, but out of those 20, only 10 survived to actually reach adulthood. And with Maria Barbara Bach, he had his oldest daughter, Katharina Dorothea Bach, his oldest son, Wilhelm Friedemann Bach, Karl Philipp Emanuel Bach, and Johann Gottfried Bernhard Bach. And two of these guys were musicians. The other one, who actually died in his 20s, I believe, was mentally challenged and couldn't really write music or anything. Carl Philipp Emanuel Bach had a son who's also important, who's Johann Sebastian Bach, the younger in this case, and he actually didn't follow in his father and grandfather's footsteps of becoming a musician. He actually became a renowned painter. And then from his marriage with Anna Magdalena Wilk, he had 6 children that survived to adulthood. Gottfried Heinrich Bach, Elisabeth Juliana Frederica, Johann Christoph Friedrich Bach, Johann Christian Bach, Johanna Carolina Bach, and Regina Susanna Bach. 2 of these sons became musicians, Johann Christoph Friedrich Bach and Johann Christian Bach, also known as the London Bach. And his eldest son, Gottfried Heinrich Bach, was once again, I believe, mentally challenged, and he apparently was a great piano player, according to Carl Philipp Emanuel Bach, but never really developed into a composer. Alright, so Johann Christoph Friedrich Bach had a son who also became a composer named Wilhelm Friedrich Ernst Bach, who died miraculously in 1845, which is 160 years after his own grandfather's birth. So he lived a long time, and I believe he was a composer for Wilhelm Friedrich II of Prussia. And he had a daughter named Carolina Augusta Wilhelmine. Okay, and then there's one last line, and that is for Philippus Bach. Philippus Bach had a son who became a composer also, named Wendell Bach, who in turn had a son named Jacob Bach. And his son became the renowned musician Johann Ludwig Bach, who I believe was Bach's third cousin. So they're on the same exact generation. And Bach ended up actually starting off by copying some of his pieces and kind of figuring them out. And they knew each other pretty well. And so that about wraps up this Bach family tree. Hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like this video and subscribe if you enjoy content like this. And also be sure to turn on the notification bell, that way you can be notified when these videos come out. One more thing to talk about is recently I've kind of hit a brick wall in terms of ideas for quick videos. So, you know that in the past I kind of set out a little schedule to make a video every 4 days. Well, I'm gonna totally break that now by saying that I've chose to make better content once a week. So I'm gonna actually be tuning it down to 1 video per week, but actually roll out good content instead of making a bunch of quick little simple videos. And occasionally I might upload more, multiple times in a week if I'm really inspired. But right now I've hit a bit of a brick wall in terms of creativity. All my projects taking a really long time. But anyways, that's about it. Catch you all later. Goodbye.